Question 6. A fishing boat purchased for $42,000 depreciates at a rate of 20% during its first year, after which it has a reducing balance depreciation rate of 15% per year, and we calculated how much it depreciates by at the end of the first year. So probably the first thing to get to grips with is what's actually happening here. So this person has bought their boat, a sailboat, and what's actually happening, we draw it out as a graph with the x-axis being time and the y-axis being money, and this point in time being when it was bought, and we've got 1 year, 2 year, 3 year and 4 years after it was bought. When the boat was purchased, it was purchased for $42,000, and it says that it depreciates at a rate of 20% during its first year. So it's come down in price, and we actually calculated that. So in the first year it lost, so in other words went down by $8.4 thousand, and in there that was at a rate of 20%. We're then told that it keeps going at 15%, so the value will keep dropping and dropping and dropping until it gets down here to the fourth year, and that's at a rate of 15%. So the way to approach this is, there's no one formula that's going to give us what will happen up until year 4. The way to think about it is that this starting point here, let's do a nice bubble, this starting point here is not the purchase price. Here it's the purchase price less the depreciation after the first year. So we're actually starting as if we'd bought the boat for $33,600, which is 8.4k less than the 42k you bought it for. So then you can apply the formulas, but starting at this value. So just having a look now at the book. Let's bring it up. They very kindly given us the formula to use. Stretch this out. There we go. Alright. So the book value is given by this formula, but we're going to use, instead of the purchase price, we're going to use the price after the first year, and then the formula works. So putting that into the calculator, the formula, oops, put that over there. Right. So we're told that the book value V is the purchase price. Now we're not dealing with the purchase price of 42,000, we're dealing with the book value. It's as if we'd bought the boat off someone after a year, and it's now worth 33,600. In brackets 1 minus the rate, which we're told now is 15% per year, not 20% as it was in the first year, of 100, all to the power of t, which is the number of years. And we're actually told to find the book value after 4 years. So working that out, so P, purchase price. It's not really the purchase price now, it's the price after 1 year, which is, well, let's work it out in full. So we started off purchase price of 42,000, and it dropped by 8,400 in the first year. So the boat's actually worth 33,600. So we can use that in this formula now as the purchase price, 33,600 multiplied by, in brackets, 1 minus the rate. Now the rate we're told is 15% after the first year, divided by 100, all to the power of, whoops, my calculator's broken. Let me just bring up another calculator. Second. Right. So put the formula again. So purchase price, which is actually the value after the first year, 33,000 multiplied by brackets 1 minus the rate, 15 over 100, all to the power of t, to the power of t, where t is the time period, 4 years. 17,539 and 40 cents. And looking at that, yeah, that's a reasonable number. Don't go and forget to do the raise to the power, otherwise the boat's worth millions of dollars, which obviously doesn't make sense. So I always do a quick sanity check to make sure that, yeah, that's sort of in the ballpark, for the fact that the boat's worth less than it was when you bought it.